Before I embark on my little journey for the day, I figured that I would debrief a little bit. Within the last couple days, I've been illustrated a way that I can improve myself. I realized something that I don't like about myself is how self-critical I can be. I'll start a couple days ago. One of my very close friends was trying to show me how to make a song using GarageBand. It's just a super simple thing. Eventually, I want to be a producer and I want to touch people the way that I've been touched by music. And starting out and not being able to put anything together, it was very frustrating. Every time that I experience a setback, it is very discouraging because I don't even know if what I'm doing is going to end in a successful result. So any setback weighs heavily on my mind. It can be very easy to see my own shortcomings and think of them in a shameful way. Looking back and seeing how I was overreacting, I realized that that is something that I want to eradicate from my life. I used to be worse in this regard. Growing up, I always had a sense of shame when I was not good at something, and my priority generally highlighted people's talent or how quickly that someone could do something without having to prepare for it. And that showed itself in school a lot, where I would not study and everyone would brag about how little they studied. I remember there was a very early instance where I was trying to learn how to shuffle cards, something as simple as that, and I was brought to tears by my frustration. Even if I naturally feel embarrassed about not being good at something, I need to be able to keep throwing myself into it, immersing myself, living and breathing it. I need to be more foolhardy, more unrealistic when it comes to cheering myself on. And having that unapologetic dedication, I can start to prioritize what really matters, which is not necessarily that I'm good at the beginning, but that I care about it very intensely and I let that drive me. I think ideally, I will get to a point where I am doing everything that I can. I am going as hard as I can. I've always had very fantastical ideas about my own achievement, and I really want to see what fraction of those that I can realize. What is the sickest blaze that I could be? Our brain is a very powerful thing, and knowing a little bit about psychology, not to brag or anything like that, I know only a fraction of what humans know about the brain, which is a micro fraction of what actually exists about the brain. But based on what I know, I really think that I can start to train myself to look at things more positively and follow certain trains of thought that will be more productive. Especially because I'm young, my brain is plastic. Although it is not a characteristic of myself currently, I believe that I can make that happen. When I meet a difficult task, instead of immediately getting discouraged or feeling like I'm not good enough, I instead train myself to imagine how sweet it's going to be victorious. I think that it can be a very realistic change within this year to be a lot more forgiving with myself, using my energy more efficiently, and rather than putting it into doubting myself, I will put that into fuel. And the more time and energy that I spend on it, and the more instances that I can remind myself, I'll be more positive. I'll be able to laugh at myself. I will have explored without any reservations. I think that my GoPro is getting very hot right now, so I'll stop at that. Every day is an opportunity. Every moment that you have is really a blessing. Going into the future, I am so excited. I'm really glad that I have so much time hopefully ahead of me, and worrying about the time that I've wasted in the past won't do me any good. It won't serve me. So wiping the slate clean, starting from today, I am going to start to make the changes in myself that I have wanted to see. And I cannot wait to document the progress that I make. Here on video, you are seeing the current blaze, but I think that I have a long way to go, and that is a good thing.
Oh, it's the air temple.